who we are. The Compass Girls.
I figure I'm just going to let you say it.
I was kind of doing it slow and pulling it out. Like,
or we should have our producer say it.
He could introduce us each time. He can say, here are the Compass Girls.
Here we are. 2021, baby. We made it through the whole year.
Oh my gosh, barely. Barely.
I'm so happy to be back. So just a couple housekeeping tips. Every show we have giveaways, which tonight we do also. In order to be entered into the giveaways, it's super, super easy. All you have to do is go ahead and comment below. If you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and click that share. If you're on YouTube, first of all, subscribe, and you can share our video also. So that gets you entered. Any comments that you write in get you entered. Any shares. Plus, you want to tell your friends about us because we're pretty freaking awesome.
We are.
So,
if we do say so ourselves. Look who's here. The gang's all here tonight.
Yes, we have Denise and Ashley and Eileen. I feel like I want to get one of those little mirrors from that show when we were kids.
From Romper Room. Was it Romper Room? Oh, for me it was Romper Room. For you it was something else. But
I liked Romper Room.
It was the Magic Mirror, right?
The Magic Garden.
So, but she saw the names in the mirror.
Yeah, we need to look this up and we need to fact check this.
Okay.
I would say it's Magic Garden and Zippy says it's Romper Room with the mirror. So
I never heard of the Magic Garden.
Hello, baby V. So we have, first of all, this is just us raw for the beginning of the year because no sponsors, just us sitting here chit-chatting. And we don't even have chit-chat Izzy tonight. Aww.
Oh, no. We should bring her on the third screen, except for it's late.
It's school time, so she's getting ready for bed. So.
It's Romper Room. Thank you, Vicky.
What?
Nothing.
I totally missed it. I gotta turn up my volume because I can't hear you.
Okay, Vicky said it was Romper Room. And Tara said it was Romper Room.
Well, I'm checking the Magic Garden because she definitely had a mirror.
Well, maybe she did. Maybe her hair looked great and her makeup was perfect, but she didn't see me in that mirror. But then neither did the woman from Romper Room.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to go back and look and get my
Bumper Stomper Bumper Boo.
Oh wow, you really do remember.
Oh, yeah, I watched it every day. I can't remember much, but I remember it's that short-term memory's gone.
Yeah, well, ain't that the truth? Are you drinking tonight?
So I'm having some tummy trouble, so I'm having water. I go to the doctor next week, but
I need
nothing. And it's been nagging at me for about 2 months.
Can you hear all the noise he's making with this? Like, are you serious?
Yeah, get to work.
Yeah, like.
Whoa, what are you making? Kahlua? Is that like Kahlua and coffee? Is that a White Russian or something?
Yeah, like with vodka and Kahlua and Bailey's.
Vodka.
I put like
the White Russian.
I wanted something mellow.
That's nice. I'm a little jealous, but I'm trying to be good.
I'll drink for both of us tonight.
Okay, that's a deal.
Okay, so goodbye 2020.
Thank God.
Hello 2021. It's going to be a great year for all of us. We have all learned a lot in 2020 though, right?
Patience.
You know, we wanted, I was laughing because I said one of the things in the end of 2019 for 2020 was I want to travel internationally more. And now I just want to travel.
Right. I just want to get out of the house and have a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
Honestly, Guys, I don't even need to travel. I want to go to a restaurant with a group of friends, have drinks, talk. That's all I want. Just that. I don't even need to get on a plane for a while.
And I think like everybody was always, oh, I want to, have more time to spend with family. And now they're like, I want to get away from my family. Oh, well. All right. So let's talk about the trends for January of 2021. One of the things is solar powered coffee maker. Yes, it's a travel mug. You'll like this part, a French press combination. It's put out by GoSun. And although that's wonderful that it's solar powered, I'm sorry, some things are not meant to be solar powered. I do not want to wait for the sun to make my coffee because I am a miserable bitch in the morning and I need it fast.
Hold on. You have to wait, like you have to put it in the sun like you do with sun tea and wait for it to heat up?
That's what I'm thinking.
Or does it collect it like a solar power or battery and does it heat up right away? You don't know.
It probably collects the solar power into a battery and then does it, but it still sounds like way too long for me.
In the 80s, we made sun tea. Do you remember sun tea?
Yeah.
You used to put a bunch of tea bags into a big jar of water and stick it outside to just steep in the.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I still do that.
Okay. I haven't done it since the 80s. I'm just saying, maybe in the 90s.
Another big trend that's happening right now, social media, Clubhouse. You have to have the iPhone, but it's pretty cool. You, instead of video and commenting, it's all voices. So it's like a phone conversation, but what's nice is you're putting a face with a voice. And the other thing that I like about it is you can get away from the politics and the social media stuff, and it's really just great conversations. And you could find a room, that's what they're called. Your group is your room. You could find a room for everything. There's chefs, there's whatever you think, crafting, just something to talk about, anything. So it's pretty cool. I did it for the first time, actually. Where I did it right was last night, because the first time I did it, I invited somebody and evidently I made a group and I was not muted. And then they text me, they're like, we could hear everything you're saying. So I panicked. I'm like, oh my God, they're hearing what's going on.
This is not social media for Rachel. Just saying. So I don't have an iPhone. I gave my iPhone up. I have a Google phone because I don't have a Mac. I have a PC and it interacts much like your iPhone interacts with your Mac. My Google phone interacts with my computer. So but it is coming for other platforms.
Yes.
And yes, Judy, I did see the post. She knows the whole song.
What?
The romper, stomper, bomper, boo. Tell me, do all the see, I still remember it too. She has the whole thing.
I'm impressed.
Romper room.
So mail is driving me crazy right now. And by the way, I mailed your Christmas present.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be the earliest I've ever gotten it. I'm serious.
I should have put your birthday present in it, and I would have.
Next month.
But I didn't do that. But I know Mary was waiting forever for the famous Noni Anjanette. So sorry, Mary. They were mailed out on time, but post office, poor Mary. Okay, so here's another trend. And this, okay. Baby names. Magical baby names. Guess what? Yes. So
Ta-da!
The hot. The producer said, "Ta-da!" The baby comes out. Ta-da!
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. It's
Oh
not.
That was great. That was great.
So some are here to name a few. Adonis,
Oh gosh.
Brave, like
Brave.
this is my son Brave.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It is a lot of pressure.
Cyrus, Delilah. That's
That's okay. That's that's a
Guinevere.
really biblical name.
Guinevere from King Arthur.
But yeah, that's not really a magical.
Okay. Jupiter, and then if you have another one, you could do Mars, Saturn, like whatever.
Uranus.
No, I can't.
Uranus.
No.
This is Jupiter, and this is Uranus. Okay, I hope nobody has that name. Kylo, but I'm okay with Kylo because Kylo Ren. I'm cool with that.
Dork.
Lucifer, that's bad. This is bad. No.
Somebody.
No. Just there isn't even a
Yeah.
name
No.
to get that.
I like it.
What would you call him? Lucy for short? Hey, Lucy.
Loki, I don't know. He was kind of a dork.
No, Ava used to have a dog named Loki that was adopted and then renamed Loki. It's a good dog.
Loki is okay for a dog.
Yeah. The dog was cute.
Messiah,
Well, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Mazikeen.
Oh,
Come on.
yeah.
And I think they're getting these names from the show Lucifer, by the way. Oz, I actually know somebody named Oz, and I love him. He's wonderful.
Guitar player from Stripers named Oz.
Guitar player from Stripers, Oz. Pandora.
I know other Pandoras. That's not so far of a stretch.
No. Powerful. No.
Yeah, no.
Here's brave and here's powerful. And they're like these little dweeby kids. No.
You don't want to have a girl named Pandora. Because
No.
Fox is the next thing, and that's
Titan. I don't know. No. All right. So that's that. Baby names magical.
I'm sorry. Titan sounds like a wrestler.
I think Rachel and Zipporah are wonderful biblical names that you can name your children.
Very strong. Well, Rachel was a very strong woman in the
She
Bible.
absolutely was.
And Zipporah partied on the golden calf while Moses went to get. She was got in a little trouble. She was not such a nice girl. She was a little party animal.
I'm going to give you a fun fact.
Okay.
So, according to the World Happiness Report,
This is a World Happiness Report.
people got too much time on their hands.
yep, Finland cruised in at #1 for embracing pants drunk.
Oh, I know what pants drunk is.
So it's the Finnish way of drinking alone in your underwear.
Yes. I have the book Pants Drunk sitting right over there across from me.
So they came in #1 for happiness because they don't find it a form of being lonely. They find it as a form of self-care. So I have self-care tonight. Zippy, you have health-care.
I do.
So part of my self-care is going to be get in your skivvies and pour yourself a drink.
Or just get in the tub.
I'm always afraid in the tub. I
What?
drink.
You don't drink in the tub?
I'm afraid because I can't. No, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Hold
on. The key to doing bubble bath and drinking in the tub is
have someone there with you.
no, you're not going to drown. What would scare me is the glass breaking. So make
That
sure there's a
would scare
plastic
me.
glass. That's the only advice I have.
Yeah, I'm afraid that like something I'm gonna drink too much. I'm gonna have the whole bottle. I'm gonna get all warm and fuzzy and kind of go down and die.
Rachel, First of all, if you're drinking a whole bottle of wine and you're in the tub, you're gonna freeze your ass off. I'm just saying, because that water's not gonna stay hot that long.
We have a heated jacuzzi.
You'll be out after the first glass or two because the water gets cold.
Okay, so pour yourself a glass of wine in the tub, but I don't want to hear it if you should go under. Okay, so why don't you start with oh wait,
Okay.
I'm still on trends. I forgot. I'm still
Never mind.
there's so many trends. Onesies. So onesies, snowsuits are now making a comeback for the pandemic because people, especially in New York City, they want to get out so bad that they're buying the onesies. Remember the famous picture? There was Princess Di in her red one-piece onesie snowsuit with the two boys skiing, sitting in the...
That's what you ski in anyway. That never went out of style on the ski slopes.
Well, going out to a restaurant, it did.
Not
Now they're
necessarily.
wearing them.
All right.
So you could sit outside and eat after a snowstorm. You're in your
You're
onesie.
wearing ski wear, basically. That's a
Yes,
ski suit. That's not a onesie. That's a ski suit.
whatever. I call it a onesie. It's a one piece. Okay, so these, it's not that they've never gone away really, but they are making a huge comeback right now. What?
Judy said you tie a rope around your
Wait.
toes.
So, okay, let's go back for a second with Judy's comment. She said, tie a rope around your toes so you don't drown. Okay. So these are going to be...
She's on point. She is so on point tonight. I'm watching her comments. She is from romper room to not drowning in the tub.
And the onesies are hard at pee time. Remember your pajama onesies? They had that scoop for the butt. That
They have
does
the
not
best
work.
bottom on the feet.
Yes.
They have the
Yeah.
little thingies and the little grippers. I don't know what they're called.
Yes. I used to love them.
So designer ski suits are ridiculous. Well, ski suits are expensive anyway, but brands like Wagner, which is my very favorite, they're like $2-3 grand for the ski suits. So I can see them making a big. That makes a lot of sense.
I don't know if you're breaking up or freezing.
Am I freezing?
You're like this.
Oh,
Okay, now you're back.
okay.
She's in mine.
Okay, you're unfrozen. So these are, they haven't fully disappeared, but they are making a huge comeback. And it is Uggs. Like, they're huge right now. And I'm thinking, like, wide belts are back, fanny packs are back.
Yep.
Mom jeans, thank heavens, are back, okay? Because having your jeans down to your cooch just wasn't working for me.
Works
Not
for you.
unless you're in the 60s and a size 2.
Yeah, right? So if you remember the Uggs, they were always worn with yoga pants and jeans and the Juicy Couture velvet sweatsuits. Remember that?
I remember those.
So Uggs are back stronger than ever right now. As a matter of fact, someone just did a commercial for them. It was a rapper. He just did a commercial and I forget who it is. So that's another trend. Paint trends. People are, they're doing all different things in their houses. So your gray.
I'm just gonna go find Feldman, but he's across the room. The paint.
You have your grays, your pure whites, your silver mist, the bluish greens are in, more neutral tones because we're in the house a lot and color reflects on our, not attitude, on our, whether you're happy or sad. What the hell is that called? Mood.
So what about the Pantone color of the year? I was surprised that they had 2 colors this year. It was gray and yellow. So it was like opposite.
So
Yellow boosts your mood and gray kind of makes you kind of, I don't know. Chill.
but I think the yellow, it's not a bright yellow, like the yellow of my dining room. It's muted. So
Right.
it's not like bugging your eyes out. And another that's it. That's all my trends. Okay. Go.
Okay, guys, I want you to get out your calendars or your agendas and planners because there is no better time. Things just fell out. There's no better time than right now to actually make sure that this is the healthiest year you have. After this last year with the pandemic, that's the first thing that's on my mind now is one, I've got to get that vaccine, which means that I'm constantly online clicking, because I am well over 65. And I haven't been able to get, I lied. I have an appointment, but it's for February 24th, and it's 2 hours away. So when they start having them, they actually have started having them closer. When they do another wave of them, I'm going to be back online hitting again, just trying to get a spot. Because what they did here last week was they decided they were going to have a free-for-all, and whoever showed, they had 700 vaccines, and whoever showed up, you had to stand in line. You know how, I mean, it's ridiculous. You can't do that. You have to be over 65, stand in line, which does not make any sense because a lot of people can't. And it was a total free-for-all.
Well, I do know that they have to be a certain temperature, and once, like if they made 700 appointments and only 650 showed up, the other 50 would be wasted.
Well,
So
these were extras. The 700s were extras because they had, so what they did was on Saturday, they did the healthcare workers and some essential workers. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, actually, let's say the 13th, it was today's one of them. They took appointments for people over 65 for the 3 days. And then all of a sudden they announced, oh, we have 700 extras for some person. Do that. And they text you, it's like, it's a half hour away. And then 5 minutes later, it's full. It made no sense to me. But eventually, we just heard that the grocery store is going to start giving them because Publix is giving the vaccines now in 3 counties. So as soon as it comes, yeah, that was the smartest thing they could do.
but who's doing it? The cashier?
The pharmacist.
Oh, you have pharmacy in the Publix. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
pharmacy in our Publix.
Right.
Of course, we go to get our flu shot. My flu shot, I go to the pharmacy. My shingle shot, went to the pharmacy. My pneumonia shot, I go to the pharmacy. Doctors don't give them here. So it'll be the same thing, which will make it so much easier. So, Oh, Mary already had hers. Your next one's February 9th. I'm so jealous. I just want to get it and be done with it so I could get it behind me. I know I'll still have to wear a mask. I know I'll still have to socially distance, but I want to do it and get it behind me. Anyway, so that to me is, our health is so important. The line was off. Oh my gosh. So if you don't have a calendar out or a planner out, open your Google Calendar, grab a piece of paper, and we'll write some dates down. So
Okay,
you ready?
I'm just gonna scoot off camera for a minute.
Okay, that's scary. Okay, first thing, your regular health care appointment. So I've already got mine. Mine is on the 20th, which is next week, a week from, oh my gosh, next week. Okay. Someone's having a hot flash.
It's really hot.
So I want
Sorry.
to think about last year. You probably didn't see your doctor when you should have because we were in lockdown. So I want you to get out that calendar, and this time of year for me is the best time to do my yearly. I like to do it at the beginning of the year.
You're freezing. You're freezing up. I wonder why. Why are you freezing?
Anybody else? Am I freezing for everybody?
Yes.
I don't see.
Yeah.
All the time.
And you're fuzzy, they said. So, is it maybe your internet, or are you using a different computer?
She's cleared up now.
I'm okay now?
He said you're cleared up.
Okay. Okay, so.
All right. So I
first-
got just a piece of paper.
Okay, think about last year when you had your yearly. Do you remember?
Oh, what? Like my PCP.
Your PCP,
check-
not your OBGYN, your PCP.
My PCP. Okay.
Yeah. The first thing I want you to do is write down, if you have, one of the reasons I love this kind of a planner is, I don't know if you can see, it has the dates on it, but it also has an area where I can make notes. So this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do. So on, let's say February 1st, I'm going to call and make my appointment. Now you can't put your appointment in, you're just going to make your appointment for your PCP, first thing. Okay. Second thing I want you to do is, right next to that, make a list of what you're going to bring him. Okay.
What I'm going to bring.
What you're going to talk to him about. You're going to bring him a list of all of your medications. Okay. And that's make sure that you also include any supplements you're taking. It's really important that you tell him what kind of multivite you take, if you're taking vitamin D, if you're taking magnesium, because he may prescribe something that interacts with it, or that may make a drug that he gives you not work to its full potential. So make sure you show up with your list. Yes, Rachel, you look like you have a question.
Actually, can I give a time saver tip here?
Yes.
If you're in the office and you always have to wait for your appointment, save any emails that you can answer while you're on your phone, so that this way you can use that time wisely.
That's a great idea. Also, go with it. I mean, sometimes, and I'm very guilty of when the doctor will say, "Is there anything wrong?" I go, "No, I'm fine," because it's a little something. Don't do that. Go with a list of issues. You don't see him that often.
Right.
So, for example, I've been dealing with this stomach thing. I have no idea what it is. I have guessed that I have an ulcer, but I may not. It may just be a stomach thing. But I want him to check on it. And my husband yelled at me, "You better ask him about your cough." But he's coughing too. We're both coughing. We both have the same kind of cough. It's very weird. But I think it's air quality in the house. So always go with your list of issues and questions. I don't want you to wait until the day before. Get a note, get a paper out, and start writing them down, because you forget by the time you get there.
I
do too, because we're nervous. It's like he takes my blood pressure and he goes, "Your blood pressure's high," and I'll go, "No, it's not." But I'm nervous. So, okay. Sometimes and Denise just said, "Be sure to speak up." She just went through something, and I'm going to talk about her a little bit. I wish she were on tonight, but you have to advocate for yourself. And Dr. Dean drove that home when he spoke with us. You have to be your own advocate. It's really important. So if you think that you need a particular test for one reason or another, bring it up. You don't have to rely on him. I mean, I fight with him every year about my thyroid. And he goes, "Oh, but I took your TSH. Well, I need a T4 and a T3. I know from past doctors and from past issues, make sure you write all those things down and you discuss them with him. It doesn't cost anything more to write that.
Vicky gave a good tip. She said you could tape it too and keep it not drawn out. Like you want to go over everything, but you also want to, not be there for 2 hours. But if you do like Zippy said, what you have your list and tape it, because how many times do you forget? Because you're talking about so much, and plus you're a little bit nervous.
Right. Plus, when you get into one thing, you forget about another.
And another tip from our producer, just take pictures of all your meds.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Alan, Mr. Allen, he's Alan tonight, used to walk in with the grocery bag full of the bottles, like all the other little old men. You know, the little old men they clutch their little bag. So what I do is I keep
Leave my buddy alone.
I keep a running list online. I keep a Word doc with all of his meds, and anytime they change, I just update the list. And that way I just print it out when I go. Or you could do it on the phone. You could do it anywhere like that. Also, make sure that you ask what your blood pressure is. What's that face for? Do you know your blood type? You know what I realized the other day? I don't know my blood type.
What?
I don't know my blood type.
I don't know mine either.
He doesn't know his either. I know mine. I know my kids. How do you not know your blood type? You should know that. Ask your doctor what your blood type is.
That's why I'm saying that. That's on my list this year. What's my blood type? I have no clue. I have never asked.
And I'm universal. I could save you all.
Well, good. Thank you.
Okay, wait. Fun fact.
Okay.
I can do this one. Okay, you got to try it, though.
Oh, crap.
Okay, you ready? Fun fact. It's impossible to hum while you're holding your nose. Everybody try it.
Okay, everyone. Try to hold your nose and try to hum. Oh my God, that's really disgusting. That's the cough.
Zippy made it sound almost funny.
I think it's dust. I think because I don't clean. That's what it is.
Is everybody trying it? Because that is hysterical that you cannot hum.
Okay, I want to know. Did you guys try that?
Yeah, I want to know if
You can order a kit on Amazon for $10 to check your blood type at home.
Well, there you go.
Thank you. I had no clue, and thank you so much.
I still save the $10 and just ask your doctor when you're at your appointment that you're
That's what I'll do because it's the blood work. But you know what? What if it's not? Do they automatically know that on your blood work? I would assume so.
They should. It should be somewhere in your chart. Okay, so PCP, what else am I making an appointment?
Okay. You're not old enough yet, but maybe you are. Are you due for a colonoscopy or Cologuard? That's exactly how I felt when he said to me, you have to have a colonoscopy. So guess what? I said to him, can I do Cologuard, which is the at-home test? And he said, absolutely. It was
hold on a minute. So you stick something up your butt at home?
Nope, not at all. So if you want, I'll describe it. But so they send you a box. It says Cologuard on it. It's like this paper thing that you put in the toilet, and you poop on the paper. And then there's this little thing, like a little teeny itsy bitsy spoon thing, and you just stick it in, and then stick it in the test tube and mail it back. That's it. You stick the spoon in your poop. It's not even a spoon. It's like a little pricker thing. But it's better than having a colonoscopy, unless you need a colonoscopy.
They put you out. They put you out. I don't know what's going on. They put me out.
They don't just put you out. The whole day before, you have to drink that stuff and you have the runs all day. You have to clean your whole system out before you do it.
I am not sticking a spoon in poop.
It's not it's like a little, it's like a toothpick size. You go like that, and then you put it in the test tube, you mail it away, and they mail you your results, and they give the results to the doctor. It's very simple.
I'll get you next week, Cooper.
Okay.
Much easier than having a colonoscopy.
Okay,
But unless you have real issues, but if everything's fine, and he says it's okay,
Okay.
I'm just telling you, it's easy. See, Karen said never again with the Karen woke up in the middle of her colonoscopy. See, that's the kind of thing I'm afraid of.
Yeah, okay. Colonoscopy, colon guard, go. Next
50,
subject.
50, okay. Blood work. Make sure you're getting your complete good blood count, your CBC, your basic metabolic, your lipids for your cholesterol, your thyroid panel, which is again, don't let them just do a TSH, ladies, especially TSH, T3, and T4. Make sure they test you for hepatitis C, because our generation has an incredible amount of hepatitis C. We didn't even realize it. So I was already
not sleep with Steven Tyler. I know I wanted to, but I did not.
Doesn't matter. Get tested. It's the same test. It's the same blood work. Your nutrients, your D, because so many of us are D deficient, iron, B vitamins. If you know someone in your family that has had a particular disease, you can ask for an enzyme marker test, and that enzyme marker test will tell if you are predestined to have that. So, for example, my mom had died of breast cancer. I could have had an enzyme marker test, or I would have had a BRCA test to tell me because some of them are hereditary, some of them are not. That will tell you if it's hereditary. So ask for an enzyme marker test if you're worried about something that's passed on, even a heart attack, like a heart attack. They can even tell if you're going to have a heart attack from an enzyme marker test. So also, EKG, stress test, ask. You may not need them. The doctor may say you don't need them, but ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. Okay? And again, don't forget to tell the doctor all of the vitamins you're taking, because things like iron, I mean, that'll make a difference in your blood work. It'll be like, holy cow.
I call Eileen for a lot of stuff.
You what? What did she say?
I call Eileen. Hey,
Yeah. See, you got Eileen there, which is great.
I have a friend in the medical field. Okay, wait. Fun fact.
Okay.
Nearly 30,000 rubber ducks were lost at sea in 1992, and they're still being discovered today.
Rubber duckies? Okay. Did they say how they were lost at sea? Did they go for a swim?
They did. Right.
Were they doing those rubber
cargo
races?
A cargo ship had them, and I don't know, it got into an accident or something happened, and 30,000 rubber ducks went floating away.
Oh my, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yes.
All right, we're going to move from that to your OBGYN. Now,
okay.
Someone has no clue. I'm just saying, if he's excited about OBGYN, he has no clue, okay? I put it off because I'm postmenopausal. I put it off for a long time because I thought, hey, I'm postmenopausal. I don't need to go see an OBGYN. You do. Now, granted, my PCP orders my mammogram, so it wasn't that. I have a mammogram every year around my birthday. People do it, a lot of people do it, and mine's in February. A lot of people do it in February because it's Valentine's Day. You could do it during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but I always schedule, when I go next week, he will, even though I have an OBGYN, I won't see her for a while. I will make sure that he gives me my thingy, my papers to go get my my mammogram. The other thing is, if your insurance allows it, ask for the 3D. Mine, I always get a 3D one. I don't get a regular one.
I have a friend. They do what's called an M&M. Actually, it's M&M, and they get a bunch of people together. They schedule their mammograms. They go do that. Then they go to a spa and get a massage and drink martinis.
That's
Isn't that
perfect.
awesome?
If the pandemic is over.
Yeah. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah. So I get one every year. My mom passed away of breast cancer. I was going to go to this after, but along with that, make sure you're doing self-checks at home. Sign up for the newsletter because I'm going to put a card in. I think I put it in ahead of time, how to do a self-check because it's pretty specific. Denise, I wish you were on here because she was just, she found a lump and you can talk to her. She found a lump. She's going through all of that now. And if she hadn't self-checked, it would have gone to, it could have gone a long while. She caught it very early, thank God. But make sure you're doing self-checks, really important. And then she'll tell you, be your own advocate. She just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. So you're going to go to your pelvic every year? So I want you to open up that agenda and put down what month you're going to call your OBGYN. And do it before you get your mammogram, wherever you like to have your mammogram. And then the one thing I hate going to the dentist. Can I say that?
Yeah.
I've had too many root canals, that's why.
Dentists are scary.
They are. Although I have a funny dentist.
But you're supposed to go twice a year for your cleanings. So
while we're on the subject of this, so make your first dental appointment for your checkup. Open up your agenda, write it in. While you're there, after the checkup, make your appointment for your cleaning. And we got a surprise for you.
we do. Oh, we do. You didn't do guess what?
Guess what?
What?
Okay, we have to reverse this whole. We're giving away toothbrushes. We're not just giving away any toothbrush. Do you want to put the link? Do you have the link?
I do.
Mouth watchers. So these are the coolest toothbrushes. Excuse me?
You just keep talking because it didn't save.
That's all right. It's mouthwatchers.com. It's Dr. Plotka's Mouthwatchers, and he's a dentist, and he developed this incredible toothbrush. Now, I've been using an electric toothbrush for a long time, and I love it. But once I saw these, I was like, oh. Two things about them that's really different. One is they're antimicrobial. So 6 hours after you use them, all of the bacteria is gone from the toothbrush because they use a silver technology, and silver helps to combat the bacteria that's in the toothbrush. The second thing is, it acts as a flosser, and that's one of those things. I mean, sometimes if I'm lazy, that's one of those things that goes. Two things.
No, I love flossing. When I don't floss, I feel like
I get like the back of my teeth feel yucky.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. It was me tweaking. I tweak.
You tweak?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But here's the deal. I wish I had one to show you, but the brush has longer, what do you call them, bristles. They have some longer bristles that are really, really, really thin that go in between your teeth.
That's amazing. I love it.
Flossing and brushing at the same time.
Love it.
So, and they're all, and you'd think they were expensive. They're only $4.99. But guess what?
What?
This week, for any of you guys who are here, if you go to mouthwatchers.com, you can order two single adult toothbrushes and use the code Compass Girls BOGO, BOGO, and you're going to get two toothbrushes for $4.99. So that's I haven't bought one in a like CVS or Walgreens in a long time. Does anybody know how much they are there? Because I don't think that's
they're about that. They're about that price.
These are expensive. These are good ones, not like garbage.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are pretty garbagey ones, and they're about that price. But I mean, it's a great offer to get one free.
Yeah.
So speaking of journals,
Speaking
Okay.
I'm not watching the different show.
I was going to tell them, don't forget to change your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. Also.
Oh yes, that's important. So
they get really gross.
here's a little tip for parents or grandparents, because my mother does this for all the kids, like nieces and grandkids and everything. But every holiday, she gives the kids a toothbrush. So they get one at Easter, they get one 4th of July. Like they wind up getting them 4 times a year. So it's cool.
That's perfect. So yep. So throw your order your toothbrushes. Get the BOGO with Compass Girls BOGO, and throw your old one away. Done.
Speaking of journals.
Yes.
Good for 1 week. And here's the deal. Check out the newsletter. It'll all be in there. It'll tell you how to order it. All of that.
Yeah, make sure you sign up for our newsletter. And I'm leaving it up for a little bit so you can write it down or whatever. But speaking of journals,
Anyway,
I'm going to sit back with my water.
Marie Curie's notebooks are still radioactive. So it's more than a century later, and her notebooks have to be stored in a lead box because they're still radioactive. Oh my God, Zip, how you just froze. Oh my God. Thank God I wasn't sipping anything. So they're still radioactive, and they will be for another. You just froze on his thing now.
froze on my thing.
1,500 years. 1,500 years our notebooks got to stay in a lead box. That's scary shit right there.
It is.
So that's one. I'm going to give you another one really quick. Where did it go?
Don't know.
This is in the Netherlands. True story. I can't make this shit up, I swear. There's a bridge exclusively for squirrels. The city built a bridge for squirrels to provide safe passage to squirrels attempting to cross the N44 highway. So the Netherlands officials built a rodent-only bridge. I can't believe I'm actually saying this. It cost them 120,000 pounds. That's like $100,000 over a 2-year span. It was used by just 5 squirrels.
20 grand a
No
square.
one told them? No one told them they had their own bridge?
Yeah, true story. That's true. Here's another crazy fun fact. I didn't know this. So on Broadway medians between 63rd and 76th Streets in New York City, biologists discovered a new species of ant. So it's only in these little area here. They named it Manhattan ant.
Really?
This is true.
Oh my God.
You could fact check me. It's true. I'm telling you.
Good. I'm good.
Okay, what's the next appointment I need? Dentist?
Eye exam.
Oh, good one.
Write down your eye exam right now.
Okay.
Depending on your age, every 1 to 2 years. Not everybody needs one every year if you don't wear glasses, but after a certain age you do, because you have to get checked for cataracts and glaucoma. So make sure you're getting your eye exam.
Okay.
Dermatologist, and get checked for skin cancer. It's always fun. That's the other one that I really hate. I hate standing there in just a bra and panties and having them look up and down to see if there's any cancer.
Ooh.
Does he do this when he's checking?
He doesn't. He just looks.
Because I would love that. I'd be like, Well,
No,
check-
no, he just looks, and I always feel like, oh my
Understand.
God, I wonder how many fat women like this he has to look at.
Rich said he will check you if you stand in your bronze.
That's what I'm afraid of. And make sure, and you know, if you have any other concerns, obviously you're gonna also ask about that. I have something that I go to the dermatologist for regularly as well. Over 65, bone density scan for osteoporosis. And I have never had a hearing test, but I might have one this year. What? What'd you say?
I'm
What are
stiff.
you doing?
I don't know. I'm stiff. I need a massage. I haven't had a massage in almost a year. This COVID is killing me. Okay.
Yep, you're
So,
right. Eye exam every year, glasses every 2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
At the pharmacy, it's flu shot season. You don't even have to make an appointment. You just walk into the pharmacy. Your shingles vaccine, if you're over 50. Shingles vaccine is a series of 2 shots. They're between 2 and 6 months apart. Pneumonia shot, if you're my age.
Wait, what's that mean? Like over 50 or over 60?
I think pneumonia shot, you have to be over 60.
Okay, so
I got a pneumonia shot until I was 60. You get 2 shots. They're a year apart, and then you
want to spell it, so I'm not writing it.
What?
I said I can't spell it anyway, so I'm not writing it.
Just write,
I'm just kidding. I actually can spell
You
it.
know what else I forgot? Your kids all get tetanus boosters. I haven't had a tetanus booster in forever.
Oh, you should know when your tetanus is.
I'm going to ask him about that. So if you haven't had a tetanus booster, do it. And the only other things that I can think of is if you're on Medicare and you have a supplement plan that offers you over-the-counter medication, write down, because ours is quarterly. Some people get it monthly, some people get it quarterly. I know that ours is quarterly, so I just put my order in for this quarter, and then I like to make sure that I write it down so I don't forget, so that there's Tylenol in the house and there's, you know, Pepto-Bismol, whatever over-the-counter stuff, Band-Aids, just about
I
anything.
go at the beginning of the season and I get like all of my cold medicines and our allergy medicines in the spring, but yeah, and also you should know your benefits too. Like make it a point to call your insurance company and ask your benefits. And if you don't understand what a co-insurance versus a deductible versus a copay, make them explain it to you, because you should know that. Okay, so yes, tetanus shot every 10 years. What else?
Okay, so check on your over-the-counter healthcare, your supplements. If you wear contacts, write down how often you should order them, or put them on an auto order, if you prefer. I have something on my leg right now. I have to order my electrodes. If you use a TENS unit, or I use a Quell unit, so these electrodes that I use online, they're only good for a couple of weeks. So every quarter, I order them so that I don't run out when I hurt. You want to have them for those times. And then one more big thing, if you're of Medicare age, every October to December is the time of the year that you're allowed to switch plans. You can't switch plans any other time with Medicare. So go in and look at the different plans. I know I have the AARP plan. It's with United Healthcare, but they have a number of plans within it, and each of them offer different benefits. So check them. I mean,
Yeah.
I have minimal dental on mine. I could have full dental if I wanted an HMO, but I don't. I like to be able to pick my own doctors. I like to be able to use any doctor, even if they're not in the plan, and they'll cover it. So that's why I do it. And one more thing that I'm doing, I don't know if you saw this. This is I finally got my Halo. Ben has I think it's called a WAMP, and it looks like it would be a watch, but it's completely covered, and it tracks the coolest stuff. So this tracks my sleep. I know how many hours of sleep I got each night. I know how many steps I took, and if I showed you those, you'd say I was sitting on my ass all day. And it's going to say I'm angry because I'm talking loud. It tells you your stress level based upon your voice. Wait a minute. And it also tracks your body fat percentage. I'm going to show it to you if I can, but I only took 200, I don't know if I can show you this, 278 steps today. I suck so bad at this stuff. And I only slept 6 hours and 11 minutes, so I got a fair. But what I'm able to do is I can see what I'm doing beforehand so that I get better sleep. This has actually helped me get much better sleep. Because I can actually track if going to bed early or going to bed later or going whatever. This is the coolest. This is actually, it's by Amazon. It's part of their
Awesome.
Amazon Halo. Don't know if it's out for the public yet. Had to be on a waiting list to buy it. And it is a subscription, but it's $3.99 a month.
So, question for you, because it's almost 9 o'clock. So I don't know if you want me to do the self-care or if we want, you want to go on? Yes.
Let's see what they want.
Okay.
Or you want to next week and do all self-care next week?
You guys tell us if you want me to go on, but I do want to add a couple things to Zippy's journal that actually don't have to actually do with appointments. Oh, you got that? Actually don't actually have to do with.
Don't actually. Okay, so since I've got my appointments already in, is it something I should be writing down?
Maybe, I don't know. You might already have this. But one of the things is there's always some of those certain days or dates, that are troublesome for us. And maybe it's someone we lost or different reasons why you have a date that's just hard for you. So maybe you want to think about what to do before that date. So that date, you're not like just sitting home by yourself. Maybe you make plans to do something. So I would start thinking now about that, like just get those dates in there and make a plan. The other thing is dates that you look forward to. Maybe you do, you've been talking to all your girlfriends. I talked to you before about that M&M. And by the way, Michelle Carter, it was margaritas, not martinis. I just had martinis on my mind. But maybe it's because think of summertime. If you're up in New England, your summer is like this big, and you got like 12 weekends basically to get everything in. So maybe there's a concert you want to go to, or there's, you want to get together with some friends and do a girls' night out or whatever, or there's people you've been saying, hey, let's get together. Now, I know there's COVID. However, we don't know what it's going to be like then. So I still say write it down because you don't know. The other thing that you could write in your book so you remember, because how many times do our traditions just like sneak up on us that it's like, oh my God, it's, St. Patrick's Day and I usually get a little leprechaun and have the kids go find them or I actually did that. But okay, so he hid the leprechaun and they found it, but it was my idea. So anyway,
What?
But maybe there's some traditions that, on this date, we always do this, maybe the first day of summer or what have you, but write that in too, so it doesn't catch you by surprise. Cause I'm last minute Lucy, like running out all the time. So that's it for that. So are we good to go on with the fun stuff?
Yeah, I'm ready for fun stuff. I'm tired of being.
Okay.
Once it's in there, it's done.
Okay, I'm going to give you another fun fact. Charles Darwin brought back a 5-year-old tortoise named Harriet from the Galapagos Islands, and she outlived him by 124 years. She lived 176 years, and she actually lived with Crocodile Hunter. Remember Steve? Yeah, she lived
Wow.
with him. So that's something. So this one is it's not really a fun fact. It's actually a depressing fact, but I'll tell you anyway. The average person will spend 6 months of their life waiting for red lights to turn green.
See?
That sucks.
Wait a minute. They'll spend 6 months of their lives listening to really good music and singing with the radio.
See, that's how I think. I think what you think. We were talking about all the different paints and colors and everything. So fast food places are mostly yellow, orange with a little reddish because that's what stimulates our appetites.
Oh.
Yep, that's a little fun fact for you. Okay, so that's those fun facts. So now for let's talk about some appointments, self-care appointments, but fun appointments.
I don't have those in. Well, except for Shane.
Hair. You need your hair appointment. Make sure, and this is on my list because I need a haircut and hair color so bad. But if you don't have a hairdresser, hairstylist, now is a good time. Start asking around your friends, and find yourself a good stylist. If you're really not sure and you want to make sure that connection is there, excuse me, just schedule a blow dry. So go there for a blowout. Now you get that 20 minutes of, stop it. 20 minutes of some one-on-one time talking to her. And I can't even. I swear I need this pandemic to be over.
Yeah.
So find yourself that stylist. You should be scheduling at least a trim. Even if you want to grow your hair long, you got to trim it. Minimum 6 to 8 weeks is a trim. And that's the other thing. When you go, ask for a trim if you want to grow your hair. Yes, Zippora's.
I do 4.
When your hair is shorter,
Finally.
Oh, there she is. Yeah, if your hair is shorter, you're going to want to do 4 weeks. Your hair may grow really fast. You may have to do 3.5 weeks, but minimum 6 to 8 weeks if your hair is long.
Maximum.
And
That's the most.
yeah, maximum 6 to 8 weeks. The other thing to hair that you should be doing is, especially now because it's winter, you want to make sure that you're using the correct product. Our hair and skin is drying out like crazy right now. So make sure you use the right product. Now, I'm going to show you a product because guess what?
What?
We are giving away the Rue mask. Now I use this. This is I use. So it's like almost empty. She did send me new ones, but someone took it.
I'm almost out. So I go back and forth because I need a purple. So I do every other one. I'll do a purple shampoo and then I do that and I do a purple shampoo just to keep the silver really silvery. But that is the best conditioner I have ever used.
Yes. So it actually has argan oil in it, and it has jojoba oil in it and sweet almond oil. It's great for repairing your hair. So you want to make sure that you're using the right products. I'm gonna bet 90% of us here do not have oily hair. If you color it, it's definitely not oily. If you have colored hair and your hair is oily, it's just your very root on your scalp. Just throw a little dry shampoo in there because you don't want to use oily shampoo on this part because you're going to even dry it out more. So don't do that. But we are giving away three products together. 5 we're giving away.
What?
Of the Rue. Yes. I love this stuff, honestly. I love it.
Can you pick that up? Can you pick that up at Sally's if they want to buy it?
Yes, it's at good one, Z. It's at Sally's Beauty. The price point is like so good, and I don't know it offhand, but great stuff.
I love it.
I recommend it. The other thing you could do, and it's not excuse me, it's not an everyday repair for your hair, but you could schedule a hair gloss, a keratin treatment. The Olaplex is good. Those are all your hair repairs and to make it shiny.
We were talking about Olaplex the other day. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
It's just it's a way to restore and restore damaged hair. It's like I'm sorry.
Is it a deep conditioner? Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
there's actually different products. You could, if you check it out, they have I don't know. You gotta go look. I don't know. Jane said these are $10. They're actually not 10. They're $9.99. But
they last a long time too. I like how
the hair. I'll show you this. The hair mask.
Oh yeah.
Look.
You haven't used it?
Yes. I look it. There's like half in there. Half of
It's very much.
smell. It's got a citrus smell. It's really good. I love it. So the other thing is if you maintain your hair at home, I know a lot of people aren't going to the hair salon. Maintaining your hair at home, make sure you educate yourself. If your hair is blonde or light, you don't want to get like a black or a dark color and throw it on because you feel like changing your hair because it's going to be hard to strip out. Make sure you have Dawn dish detergent on hand because that strips color out of your hair. You don't want to be dark and try to go light. Most likely what's going to happen, you're going to wind up with orange or red hair. So let's not do that. If you want to play around with hair color, I would say get a semi-permanent. It's something that only lasts 6 to 8 weeks and washes out. It's not permanent. It's not damaging to your hair. You could play with that.
You know what? Rue makes great semi-permanents.
They do.
That's what I used to use. That's what
They're very close to my heart because that was when I went to cosmetology school. That was the first color. Sorry, that was the first color I ever used. So, and the white minks I used on all my older ladies with gray hair because the white minks was the purple and you just put it on and it made it a beautiful silver. So, okay, quick fun fact in between here that has nothing to do with hair. 1 in 3 divorce filings 2021 have the word Facebook included.
Oh my gosh. Seriously?
Seriously, imagine that.
All right. That surprised me. It shouldn't, but I don't know.
And one of the things you didn't talk about, but there's lots of like gyms that are opened or different online things and everything. And And then, so I'm going to give you these quick fun facts. Potato chips cause more weight gain than any other food.
Oh, because you eat mindlessly?
I don't know. I think because they're fattening. I don't know. Bigger forks lead you to eat less. I don't know why. We need to figure that out.
Smaller plates do too.
So you should use a big old fork and a little plate.
We use small. That's how we always used to do that for the dieting. Alan did it too. See, I'm calling him Alan tonight. We use small. I don't have big plates in the house anymore. Everything goes on small plates. We just come and get seconds. It doesn't really help.
And here's one because I get heartburn all the time. Chewing gum after a meal reduces heartburn. And it's because you're chewing and making saliva, which is alkaline, and then it's helping when you're swallowing to reduce the acid reflux.
So hold on. So I'm picturing eating with the big forks and that you toss the salad with. I mean, or what else? What other kind of big forks are there? Oh, they're the big forks of when you're carving forks.
Mm.
The ones your grandma had on the wall with the big spoon.
Like when we went to that restaurant and they gave us that sundae that was this big. It was like in a big, huge thing. And Trade-in and me and Zippy were eating this sundae. Oh, my grandson, if you don't know. And they had this serving spoon that was this big. And he was literally, this is pre-COVID. He was going like this, sticking it in my mouth, sticking it in Zippy's mouth. Yeah. That big spoon did not reduce any food going into your mouth. No. I'm just saying.
No.
Big does not mean it ain't going in your mouth. I don't care. I can't. Okay. We talked about that. Okay. Find your facialist. Okay.
I was going to ask you, how often should I have a facial?
Really, you should have one once a month, but realistically, it ain't going to happen. So I would say once every quarter, you should go for a facial. Also a massage. I schedule my massages. I was going like every other month I was going for a massage, and I didn't do facials, but I was planning on adding that in. So if you can, I would say go for a massage and a facial same day, once a month, otherwise every other month.
I go for a massage, but I go for acupuncture, and it kind of does the same thing for me.
Eyebrows. Let's just talk about all waxing. We're talking veg, lip, eyebrows.
I'm going to the hairdresser on Friday, and I was going to text her, heat up the wax. I have to text her ahead of time, heat up the wax. I'm going to do that now.
Now, when you go to your hairdresser, most likely she does eyebrows, lip, chin, stuff like that. I'm saying you go to your person who does everything, because everybody's been neglecting their bodies.
Yeah.
And you need to get your waxing done. Get that taken care of. So
my nail salon do both. You do both at the same time, up or lower. You do face and whatever.
Yeah, I go to more of a spa to do that, because I don't like, depending what kind of nail salon you go to. If you go to the quick
I know it's a
if you go to that type, you don't want to do, because waxing is very delicate, and you want to make sure you have the right wax for the right places, because you're not going to use the same wax here as you do down there, because it's going to burn you. and it's also, they know how the skin works, that you pull it taut, and you got to be careful. You don't want to get bruised or anything.
Just waxing and nails. That's all they do. Half of the salon is just all wax.
Yep.
And they have all private rooms, and they have.
That's what you
the
want.
person doesn't do both. The nail person doesn't do the waxing. So for my face, I'll have Shayna do it. Shayna, clean me up, or I'll do it.
Yep.
I used to do it myself. I used to keep a GG Honey Wax little canister that I keep plugged in, and I do it myself. But I get my hair done.
More to do it. I can't.
My hairdresser's is for her.
With your brows, because there's so many different things to do with them now, you can actually go to a brow expert and you could get your brow advice. And, you could always tell, I can anyway, like, we grew up with our brows a certain way, where the kids now, have their own brow. So you could kind of tell, like my grandmother had them thin, where they were barely there. We have some kind of brow. The kids now have the thicker brows. So you can go ahead and seek some advice from a brow expert. The other thing is, do not neglect your eyelashes, because there's so many different things now with eyelash extensions and everything else that just makes it so easy, because when you do extensions, you don't have to even wear mascara or anything. So don't forget about your eyelashes. And they have the eyelash lifting, they have tinting, they have the extensions. There's the ombre eyeliner, where they actually do the tattooing of the eyeliner. Like, there are so many different things, really, to make our lives easier. So check all that out, but make your appointment for main thing, hair. Zippy already said dermatologist. That's important. And massage, facial. Those are your 4 really, really important ones. Okay, so we're done with that. Quick fun fact.
Okay.
Naps could save your life.
I've never been able to take a nap.
I can't. I'm shot if I do.
Yeah,
you may want to double think that, because research has found that a midday nap, now it not only makes you more creative and focused and fresh, but a study found that it can also reduce the risk for a heart attack.
What?
Yes.
Oh, maybe I will. I've always wanted to try, but I remember that when I do, or when I used to try to take a nap, that I would just sleep too long. I would just keep sleeping.
Maybe it's a guy thing. My father-in-law has been a napper since I met Rich, and Rich is a napper also.
He's a napper. He naps every afternoon. My mother-in-law did too. I can barely sleep at night, never mind during the day.
That's all done. Oh no, that's okay. I wrote that on my list. The other thing is self-care. Get outside for a little while. Even if it's cold, bundle up, get out there, get some fresh air. Even if it's 5 minutes, as Rich says to me, cross the border, Ray. Come to the other side of the barrier. As I'm standing there in my bathrobe.
I've been walking around the block.
Okay, now this is all housekeeping, okay? We're going to talk about housekeeping really quick. Clean your brushes. I did not clean my brushes in a couple days, and it's really bothering me, and I don't know if you could even see, but there are some hairs in there, okay? I'm going to show you, and this is pretty disgusting because I'm in my dining room, but I'm doing it because I'm going to show you. So this is one type of brush, whether you have like this, these are my favorite because they have the metal, and then I don't have to actually put a curling iron to my hair. I could just wrap this around, let it get a little hot, and then take it off. And then it's like I curled it with the curling iron. But be careful because you don't want to burn your hair. If you see something smoking, get the blow dryer the hell off of your head. So, simple way, no matter what kind of brush you got, take a comb. You got the wider part of the comb and then the smaller teeth here. And you want to just take it, start, let's see how I could show you this. So start at the bottom. You're just going in a little and up, in and up, in and up. I'm going to tell you something. If you clean your brushes every day, as soon as you're done with it, pull that hair off. You'll never have to do this. And by the way, if you don't clean your hairbrush, that hair is stuck in there, right? Then you brush your hair. Guess what? That hair is getting tangled with this hair and it's breaking. So you do want your brushes clean. So get the hair out and then actually clean your brushes. So they say once a week. It ain't happening. About once a month. But all of your brushes, make sure you clean. Hair out every day. Quick. Boop, 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 boop. Throw it in the garbage. You're done. So easy. Makeup brushes. I'm going to show you something. So here's my makeup brush. And you're using your makeup brush, but it's your skin, your makeup, it's your bacteria, right? Well, let me show you something. So here's what I used for the last 2 weeks. I used it. Here's my clean one. Look at the difference. Just so you could get an idea of what you're putting back onto your face. Nice, lovely bacteria because you're not cleaning your brushes. So you could tell, well, these are colored. You can't really, well, no, you could still see the difference.
You can see the makeup on one and then not on the other.
Yeah. So it's super easy to clean your brushes. What I do, I have two, so that this way when I do one, the other one is drying. But you just use what I use, gentle soap and water. I use face soap, and I just swirl like this in my hands, and you'll see all the makeup will come running. If you haven't done it in a while, it's going to take you a little time, and you're going to need to do it for a bit. Think of a paintbrush. It's like, oh my God, there's so much paint that's coming out and coming out and coming out. Same thing with your makeup brushes. So I just put a little face soap here, go like this, and just keep running it under the water and going like this, rinsing a little, going like this, but get your brushes clean. You can, first of all, save your brushes lifetime by cleaning them. But if you start notice bristles coming off, sticking to your face, if you have hair, from your brush on your face, it's probably time to get rid of your brush. If it's not the same shape anymore, if it's like all of a sudden all like this, you probably want to get a new brush. So that's for makeup brushes. So it's time.
So is it okay? I wash mine with my shampoo because I always thought you were supposed to.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Lipstick, because it gets.
Should I condition?
Yep. Shampoo is fun. It's gentle. You don't want to use a harsh cleaner on your makeup brush. Okay, so let's see. No hairbrush for me. Okay, a spiral wave.
And the same goes for your sponges because I use brushes and sponges.
So your sponges, things like beauty blenders, those sponges, you can wash those and reuse them, but those you want to change about every 3 months, because a sponge, it soaks everything in. So again, with the bacteria, so you don't want that bacteria on your face. And don't forget, your skin changes every 7 years. So maybe you're like, I never break out. Well, all of a sudden, maybe stress, maybe a medication you took, maybe you're not eating right or sleeping right. Well, that comes out through your skin, and then you put that nice bacteria on there, and the skin's like, what the hell's happening? And then it's like, boop, zit city. And you're not 20, you're like 40 or whatever. So you want to take care of that. So we talked about.
I just went back to using a beauty blender. I'd used brushes for years, but I found that just for my concealer,
Yeah,
it
sponge.
makes a difference. The
I
sponge-
use a sponge for my foundation and for any highlighter that's cream.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it's powder, anything that's powder, I use my brushes. I do have a specific brush for foundation.
foundation brush.
I don't like.
Go over it just a little bit afterwards with a beauty blender. When I wear it, I very rarely wear it because Florida.
Okay, I see a lot of questions about the makeup. So that's my
First.
next topic. Go through your makeup.
Oh my God.
And we know we have a shit ton. I know I do. I literally have boxes and boxes of makeup that I have to go through. So this is just your basic rule of thumb. It's not, is that not the saying?
Yeah, it is, but don't use it. I'll explain it to you later.
Okay. So anyway, mascara and liquid eyeliner, about 4 months.
Oh, mine
After
doesn't
4,
last that long.
yeah, if you use it every day, it's not going to last that long. But if you
I
even
go for
use
two
it,
every 2 months.
but if you've used it, sometimes we'll get something, we'll use it, we'll throw it in that drawer. Well,
Yeah.
it's already been, every time you open something and use it and then put that cap back on, it's bacteria, bacteria, bacteria. So 4 months for mascara and liquid eyeliner. Foundation, as long as you're not doing, with your finger on it, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, that's like
Old school.
1979. You should be putting it on an applicator and then putting it on your face, or you put it on the applicator and you dot and then put it, blend it in. But a foundation will last you about a year. If you use it all the time, it's not going to last. But if you have one, it will last a year.
Okay.
Lip gloss and lipstick is about 6 months for lip gloss. And lipstick is for about a year. But I lipstick, you're putting, it's topical. A lip gloss, you're
Okay.
And she blames me.
all right, wait a minute.
Okay.
A lip gloss, here.
I'm not thinking. I should be that.
I'll show you. A lip gloss, you're taking out, right? You're going like this, and then you're putting it back in. So this is my new lip gloss, by the way. I absolutely love it. It's by Jeffree Star. I love him.
Gosh, I didn't even know he had a makeup line.
Oh, yes, I love it. It's really good. That's what the green is there. That's Jeffree Star. So a lip gloss is about 6 months. Your lipstick is about a year. Excuse me. Sorry, hold on. Okay, that's better. Powders. 18 months to 2 years for powders.
Okay,
So-
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's good. Can you hear that pouring?
Woo, perfect.
Yeah, so does anybody have any questions? Did I miss anything about makeup? I think I got all the makeups, right? Oh, eyeshadow, powder. So that will go under your powder. So Mary, you wear foundation for special occasions, so you just don't want to have your fingers on it. You don't want to double dip in your foundation. What am I drinking? It's kind of like a makeshift White Russian. It's
That looks like
vodka, Kahlua, and Bailey's. There's 8 shots.
So it's like okay. Sounds good.
It's very yummy.
The other thing I learned from a makeup artist one time is that you don't have to use foundation over your whole face. If you only need it in an area, you can just use it like they used to use it just in certain areas on me because it didn't need to be in my. I've got all the discoloration.
Well, another thing is moisturizer. Everybody forgets their lips. Our lips are the most used out in the elements where food is going against them. We're licking them. We're talking all the time. They're smacking around. You know what I mean? Like our lips are abused.
What's that, Eileen?
Wait, what happened? That's a family thing. It's a drink that they make, and I don't even know why they would call it that. It's so hard in my family when the girls bring a date, right? And one of the grandmothers are like doing the drinks or whatever, and they're like, the grandmother, who wants a BJ? And it's like, can we like get a different name for that? Because they're not being dirty. I don't know where they came up with these initials, but it's just not good. Oh, the drink is called a blowjob. I didn't know that. There you have it. All these years, 20 years later, I just learned something about my
Because your mother, when you're drinking it and your mother is writing, oh, that's a BJ.
You know. Okay. So
Okay.
what else? I think we covered everything. I'm going to remind everybody, I'm going to try to. So once a month, I'm going to remind you to clean your brushes and like clean your hair brushes and wash your brushes. The other thing too, I don't know if you guys have a curling iron, but you get some stuff on that. And you could even clean that. That's an idea. If you guys want to know about something, like what's a question you have that we can answer for you for hair, skin, nails, you know, we're not just live co-hosts, we're experts.
Oh, we are?
We actually are. We're licensed.
A lot of healthcare writing. Also, alternative healthcare, if you want to know anything about alternative therapies and things like that.
Or
I've got
weed. Zippy's an expert. Weed.
weed. I'm not. I just
medical.
all the horses. Did you get? Who's here? Here's a blogger. Did you guys get that? Maybe it was just me because they said where I live, I got pitched. They asked if I had my medical marijuana card, and I got pitched weed today.
Stop it. Forward that to me.
You don't live here. It said certain cities, and one of them was the city I live in.
Do you have a medical card?
I don't.
Oh, you got to get one.
I probably should.
Yeah, maybe we'll
on the list. I haven't seen my acupuncturist since before. It's weird. I haven't seen my acupuncturist since before the pandemic, but I've seen my hairdresser, but that's different. Because she only lets one person in the building at a time, and she sanitizes.
I would like you, and you guys tell me if this would be good for you, but I would like you to start talking about and educating us on CBD oils and things like that. Like start
Yep.
maybe a CBD 101, and we actually have a lot of stuff coming. So that would be
Right. And guys, CBD is not just for sleep or for pain. Did you know there's CBD for beauty? The skincare CBD. There are actually CBD gummies that we got a while ago that also have biotin in them for hair and nails. So CBD, it's amazing what they're using CBD with.
all right. And Mary needs nail help. So we'll go into a little bit more detail. Why don't you guys send us over some questions, some topics that you would like to hear about? Anything at all that you'd like us to talk about, send that over to us. We have a whole year ahead of us. And thank you so much for joining us.
And I just put
one more thing.
comment in the newsletter. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter because we'll have all the codes in there, discount codes, remind you about shows and what were you gonna say, Rachel?
Guess what?
What?
We're giving away a Moleskine journal, either one or two. I'm not sure.
That's
Because
right.
the show start and I didn't read the email. So we have journals. We have 3 products, like a whole entire product line of Rue.
And we have a set of toothbrushes that we give. Did I say we give toothbrushes? And what you're going to get is a family pack. It's 2 adult toothbrushes, 2 children's toothbrushes, and 2 travel toothbrushes.
Awesome.
So they're going to be 6 in all.
So make sure that you share and keep commenting, and we will see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. right here on Facebook or YouTube. And until then, have a wonderful week. Ciao, everyone.